Good afternoon, class, and also our audience on the Zoom platform. Let me introduce myself. I'm Kara Chen, Professor of Advertising at Hong Kong Baptist University. I'm very happy to host this event. This is the first time that we host this kind of event. So we are in the classroom setting, and this is on our last lecture of the semester for the class audience measurement and engagement. And for this class, every year, I conduct a survey with the students. And this year, I conducted a study on MTR advertising. And today, I introduce two students, Tommy and Henry, and I will be presenting the results to the students and also to the professionals online. So we will have interaction afterwards. And I also invited my friend Alex Ivanhoe to serve as the discussant. So Alex has over 20 years of experience in advertising, starting as a copywriter at Lil Burnett in Bulgaria. He received his master in advertising from the University of Texas at Austin, and then worked on the client side in Silicon Valley. He earned his PhD from Simon Fraser University, Canada, and taught creative strategy at universities in Toronto, Shanghai, and Hong Kong. So he's now teaching at Poly University. He's also a certified facilitator in the Lego series play method. So let's welcome Alex. Okay, so we start our presentation. 幫我拎嗰個 PowerPoint 好嗎？我買 share。Okay, thank you. So today, our topic is how to increase the impact of MTR advertising. MTR is the #1 public transportation mode in Hong Kong. It didn't work. Because I need to do it. Okay, yeah, I can do that. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So we have a few research objectives. And first of all, we would like to see the awareness and also brand recognition. We have repeated almost the same methodology in previous study and this study. And then we want to see the general public attitude towards MTR advertising, and also how people engage with MTR advertising, and also the impact of demographic, whether certain demographic group are more receptive to MTR advertising. We will investigate age, gender, education, and whether they are student, employed, or being a housewife or retired. We are using a quota sampling because our students here are collecting the data. So as a result, they do not know a lot of people of different demographics. So we ask them to, the quota is set by the age, 18 to 29, each of them each student need to interview 3 male and 3 female. And then it was an online survey using Quadrix. And the ads are provided to us by Bravo Media, and all these ads are being shown on the East Rail line. And the study was conducted in October. So the questionnaire we use, we show altogether 10 ads and asking people whether they have seen it. Then we select 2 ads, then we ask them whether they recognize the brand. So we cover up the brand and ask to see with the respondent can name the right brand. And then we also have a attitudinal question about whether they like advertising or not. And also we have 4 behavioral questions, whether they click behavior such as click QR code. And the demographic information included here, and also the public use of public transportation in the past week. And this is the final sample profile. Okay, the sample profile is over 500, so it's considered to be a rather large sample size. Obviously, we have more respondent age 18 to 29, and then about 55% of them are younger one. So there are equal proportion of male and female, and still we have large number of people who are 30 to 49, over 137, and also age 50 to 69, over 100. So still, even though we are doing comparison by age, each of these subgroup have sample size over 100. So it seems to be, it will be a reliable sampling.
Yeah, so I'm Henry, and now let's go through our 10S awareness. The very first one, which is also the highest awareness one, we've got 75% awareness of Chau 2025 concert in Hong Kong, and then 70% awareness of the Hong Kong Disneyland Halloween show. Yeah, and then following by 40% awareness of Jingdong app, which is a mainland online shopping app like Taobao. And we've got 46% awareness of X Wallet, which is a loan company specializing of 24/7 quick application and verification. Also, the ads from Hong Kong Tourism Board got 44% awareness and 43% awareness for the traditional Hong Kong style cake and biscuits shop, Han Han. Moreover, AIA, which is an insurance company, got 42% awareness, and Twice Concert in Hong Kong got 40% awareness. Last but not least, we've got 38% awareness of the Bank of China credit card, and the least awareness, 34% of the HSBC credit card, catering for the people who often consume in mainland China.
Thank you, Henry. So in our finding of ad awareness, the overall awareness of the 10 ads is 47%, and there are 8 out of 10 tested ads had awareness more than 40%. Next, please. And also, the top performing ads outperformed the underperforming ad by over 220%. So let's see the top performer. The first one is Chau's concert advertisement. It has 75% of awareness. And the second one is the Hong Kong Disneyland is promoting the Halloween event. It has the 54% of awareness. Let's see some characteristics. They both are well-known brand and celebrity. Chau is a very popular singing star, and Hong Kong Disneyland is a very popular brand. And also, they both communicate excitement. The Chau advertisement is promoting the upcoming concert at that time, and Hong Kong Disneyland is promoting the Halloween event at that time. And also they place at the eye level so that it is highly visible. And in contrast, the underperformers are the BOC paid. It has 38% of awareness, and the other one is HSBC credit card. It has 34% awareness. And we think that the characteristic of this underperformer is they both use use of English literature contest and lack of sharp color, and we can see in the BOC pay ad the previous one. It only use some red and a little bit white color is not eye-catching enough, so that is lack of sharp color. And next, please. And yeah, the last one and the most obvious one is that they both are credit card advertisement. Maybe nowadays people are not interested in credit card advertisement.
Yeah, thanks, Tommy. And then here comes to the brand recognition. There are 2 acts for the brand recognition part. They are Sun Life and Manulife. Both of them are financial corporations. However, there are big differences between 2 companies. Sun Life has got 25% of the recognition, while Manulife is much higher than that. It has 40% of brand recognition. We believe that Sun Life Ads did not achieve satisfactory brand recognition due to the use of stocks photo in these advertisements. You can see that their visual is simply a view of Hong Kong in Victoria Harbour. You can put this visual in anywhere, so we think it is not tailor-made enough for people to recognize the brand. However, the brand recognition of Manulife is much higher than that of Sun Life. We think that Chiikawa has played the most important role in here. You can see it is not only attracting people who need their services, but also children who love Chiikawa, which further builds brand recognition for Manulife.
So let's move on to the awareness and brand recognition by demographics. So the brand awareness by gender. Here is the BOC Union Pay ads. As you can see from the bar chart, male showed a significantly higher awareness than female, which is 43%, and the other one is 44% among female. And next, please. Yes. Apart from showing the data, we also wanted to understand why the gender difference appeared. For this ad, we see that the awareness among male is higher than female. This is because financial and payment-related ads generally attract more male attentions. Next, please. Next, we observe the opposite pattern compared to the BOC ad. Females show higher awareness than male in these two ads, which is a Hong Kong Disneyland ad and the other one is Hong Kong Tourism Board. And the possible reason is that this ad use colorful, cute, and emotional appealing visual, such as dreamy Disneyland scenes and panda-themed photo spots. This kind of style is highly matches female lifestyle interests, like travel, leisure, and photo taking. Next, please. Next, we come to the ad with age difference. This is Han Han Bakery ad. We observe a clear age difference. Awareness is significantly higher among the 50 to 69 and 30 to 49 groups, while the youngest group, 18 to 29, shows the lowest awareness. Perhaps the traditional bakery associate nostalgic Hong Kong culture. Older audiences have stronger emotional connection with it, so that they naturally pay more attention when they see this kind of traditional brand advertisement. In contrast, the young people are generally less interested in this type of traditional brands, so that even though they see this ad in the MTR station, they may not pay much attention to it. Yeah, next, please. For this group of ads, we observe the opposite pattern compared to the traditional brand Han Han. The youngest group, aged 18 to 29, show higher awareness than the older group, aged 50 to 69. For example, we can see at the at 5 and 7, Twice concert and Chau concert, with a strong young fan base, which naturally capture more attention from young people. Yes. Next, please.
Yes, and then for the employment differences, this is a brand. Yeah, next please. Thank you. This brand, a traditional Hong Kong style cake and biscuits company called Han Han, achieved 56% awareness among the housewife and retired group. A similar percentage was observed in the employment group, which has 51% of awareness. Both these groups has much higher awareness than the student group, which was 34% only. And we believe this is a fair percentage since not many students have a need to purchase such products. Their products are usually bought as gifts or souvenirs for family and friends. So adults are more likely to pay attention to these ads. And then next, thank you. For J. Chau's concert, you can see that the awareness among both students and employed group is much higher than Han Han. Interestingly, awareness among the student groups reached 82%, which is even higher than that of the employed group. Although students might not able to buy the show tickets themselves, they are still aware of this ad. This shows that J. Chow's influence is truly significant, spanning both employed adults and students. Yes, next please. And then regarding educational levels differences, you can see that all of these ads here are quite entertaining, even though even the X wallet ad, which is the ad 3, As its campaign catering Gen Z and is interesting, awareness among those with a university education is higher than among those with only primary and secondary education. Perhaps with a higher educational level, people are able to obtain information from more platforms. They may also have more spare time to pay attention to the entertainment, such as Twice concerts, Chau's concert, and the Disney ads.
And then we also have questions about their general attitude towards advertising on MTR. These questions have been used in other parts of the world. We imported these questions, these statements, and want to see. The number one is information. We find that a lot of respondents agree to that MTR as a form of advertising is informing them about brands and also products. And also these ads are simple and easily understood. Regarding on their creativity and credibility, this is a 5-point scale. So the midpoint is 3. So the first 3 questions are midpoint are above 3. So people are agreed to these statements, thinking that MTR ads are visually stimulating, they like seeing them, and also they think that they are creative. However, their trustworthiness are not as high as creativity. So only 3.1 on a 5-point scale, they agree to the statement that MTR ads are trustworthy. We also see compare 3 different advertising appeals. The number one is larger than life size and MTR ads, and also with celebrity and cartoon characters. You will see that the mean value is much higher than 3.3. It's 3.5, 3.8, and 3.7. You will see that people agree that these 3 kind of advertising appeals or execution methods are appealing to them, especially using celebrity. So we ask them whether they pay attention to it and also whether they can recall the brand name. And most of them say that it's below 3.0, the midpoint. So not many people say that they pay attention to it, and not many people say that they can recall the brand name. So this is also being measured but in the 2 questions that there is only 20 something or 40% can really recognize the brand name of the ad. And we especially ask about their specific behavior. So whether they notice it, so 88% say that they notice an ad in the past 6 months. However, whether they use QR code, no, only 1 in 6 respondents ever use QR code to get more information. However, interesting thing was they like to discuss with their friends and family members about the MTR ad. And also the MTR ad do make them have a purchase intention. Compared with last year's result, these 2, both 44 and 38, are slightly higher than last year's result. So indicating that MTR ad do arouse some sort of purchase intention.
And our respondents takes the MTR for daily transportation quite often. You can see that 21% of them travel by MTR 5 days per week, and another 20% travel by MTR 7 days per week. This effectively shows that MTR ads are still an excellent out-of-home advertising media and can attract a significant number of people's attention. And then the average total number of ad scenes is about 4.6, which is a decent result since our ads cover so many different categories and styles. Our research has shown that in terms of the number of ad scenes, there's no significant difference between different gender groups, age groups, or employment status. However, there is a difference by educational levels. Respondents with university education saw more ads than those in other educational groups.
And we also try to find the Pearson correlation. So Pearson correlation is a measurement of how 2 variables are being related. It can be negatively related from -1 to positively related to +1. So we try to calculate the correlation between the frequency of travel on MTR and number of ads seen. So it was significant. The correlation coefficient was 0.26 and significant at 0.001 level. That means the more frequently people travel on MTR, the more ads they reported that they have seen the ads. So we'll now go to the last part of the research is talking about the insights. So we will also invite Alex afterwards to talk about how it implies for advertising creative people. First of all, we find that color do matters. Some ads do not have the sharp color, do have lower awareness. And we also look at the headline and also the layout. If you use English as a headline, most likely the awareness will be lower. And the use of celebrity and cartoon figures do help increase the awareness of the ad. And we also find that for some products, they are pretty boring products. So credit card and financial services are quite boring products. So people don't like, there is not much excitement for this kind of product. So if you have a chihuahua or some sort of emotional element into this ad, they are more likely to catch people's attention. So we think that product category do matters. You will see that some of the product categories, entertainment, for example, attract more awareness or attention from the female groups, and financial product consistently attract more attention from the male groups. So we found that gender matters, education matters. So education probably related with the information processing ability as well as the lifestyle, whether they have time for entertainment and other matters. So we found that brand recognition need to make more efforts, especially if your product is something do not have a very unique selling point. You need to make your ad very stand out in order to create excitement around it. So one of the way was associate your brand with lovable characters or some emotional elements. So we also need to talk about limitation of the study. The limitation including the sample profile have a larger proportion of students, university students, and people of younger group. And it's not totally representative of the age profile of the Hong Kong population. And these ads, some of these ads are shown for a longer time at a prominent position and also over network, as some of these ads are over shown at a specific location for a shorter period of time. So we only can access to respondent that can understand online questionnaire. Oh, by the way, the questionnaire was in Chinese. It's not in English. So those people who do not get online access to platform, the survey platform will not be answered. So future study, we can test the copy, and also we can explore other factors that triggers audience engagement. So now we will have give the time to Alex to give to serve as the discussant and talk about the implication from the advertising practitioner's point of view. Alex.
Hi, everyone. Sorry, maybe just here. Yeah. First of all, great research.
Oh, you better the camera.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Thank you.
It's my pleasure to discuss this research. I actually taught a class this semester in PolyU about advertising outdoor, and the project that my students worked on was to come up with a ad and measure the effectiveness and place it on campus. So I actually found out some things that resonate with what you guys found, and I just want to go over these and maybe get your opinion. First of all, it is true that local audiences here in Hong Kong love celebrities, and that is indeed seems to be the main thing that catches the attention of basically pedestrians, whether it's the MTR or campus. So initially, I was a little bit critical about ad agencies using, like social media influencers and celebrities, but it actually seems to work. and especially with people who are, let's say, people who watch, the local TV shows, and they're basically in sync with what's happening. So it may be superficial, but it works. And with my students, the same thing. When they interviewed people on campus, it's mostly the usage of celebrities that were most effective. And the second thing is the cartoons, and in particular emoticons like bubbly, like emoticons and emojis, kind of a Hello Kitty style. That also, of course, is very appealing to Gen Z. Again, kind of I can see from your results as well. So I'm not surprised that these were the most effective visual designs. Color, of course, is by nature, it basically screams at you. It's really, it's not possible to ignore something which is strikingly colorful. That's just perception, right? It's not really anything cultural. It's just that we are drawn to something which is very bright and saturated. So again, that makes sense. But there are a few things that I'm surprised. In particular, the ads on the financial services, the HSBC, and the fact that the English copy didn't really resonate. Maybe it's something to do with the fact that the people who filled out the survey didn't really speak English or read. Although if it's representative, then they probably did. But it's interesting whether this is something related to preference, attitude, or if it's just legibility. So I'm curious to get the class's opinion about that. Let's say if we talk about the HSBC ad, and if you can maybe show it again just to discuss it. Yeah. So that's financial services. I guess they're promoting a credit card, or is it credit card?
Yes, good.
So it's always good to think like, what is the target audience? We don't know, of course, right? We don't know who the target audience is for sure, but we can kind of guess. It's probably, what do you think? What's the target audience? Again, we're kind of assuming that we can guess what it is, but anybody, do you think it's like a 50-year-old or a 20-year-old? 50?
These credit cards have some money back, especially if you consume in mainland China.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay, that's interesting.
Yes.
Of course, the language, right? Now, unfortunately, my Chinese is not very good. I do speak a little bit of Putonghua, but I cannot distinguish between traditional and simplified. So is this traditional? Underneath the translation?
But it is same with.
Okay. So it's not targeting mainland China. It's targeting locals, right?
So this is talking about to be or not to be.
Yeah.
So the Hamlet.
Yeah.
So it's talking about whether you go to Baksang, so that means you go to the north, or Baksang, not going to the north.
Uh-huh.
So that means whether you are going to Shenzhen to spend your money, or you're not going to Shenzhen.
Interesting. Okay, so I suppose you can say that this is a creative approach here. But it seems that it wasn't very effective. Now, I think it's kind of worthwhile to debate why was it not effective? Is it because the English was so prominent? They tried to reference Shakespeare, right? But maybe that wasn't very effective. And by the way, who is that character? It kind of looks like Shakespeare, but
Supposed to be Shakespeare.
but I think this ad is because it's the simplest in terms of elements. It has you know, a headline. There's a background, which is kind of like a subhead, and a main visual, as well as a product shot. So it's interesting that such a simple, minimalistic layout,
looking at it,
actually quite easy to. It's not. There's not a lot of visual clutter there.
Oh, that's Richard. Someone is maybe Richard was there. He raised
yes. Maybe
Yes.
because
Yeah.
Linda is with me and then she has a full understanding about this campaign. So maybe she can explain a little bit.
That would be great. Yeah.
I'm going to, share some of my experience.
You need to speak to the mic. So sorry, we couldn't hear you very clearly.
So can you hear clearly?
Yes.
Yeah. So I just very interesting and very happy to share some of the takeaway that I got from this campaign, because we worked this out with the client directly. So from the creative itself, it is showcasing the Shakespeare. So they kind of using a very local Cantonese slang to interpret the consumer's behavior, whether you go northbound or not northbound. So it's your choice. So it's kind of a question to all the audience, asking them that whether you go northbound or not. So it is to trigger those consumer to use HSBC credit card on their way to northbound or to spend in Shenzhen. So just to remind them to use HSBC. So I think they are using the triggering approach to remind the consumer of using HSBC card when they go to Shenzhen. And because this location is the super transfer hub of MOT, so all the people in Hong Kong Island, if they go to Shenzhen, they can go to this station. So definitely is the interchange point to capture all the consumers who go to Shenzhen via the Israel line. So this is the first station. So from one station until Shenzhen seamlessly. So this can make sure that they cover all the people going north, and at the same time use the creative to remind them of using a card. So, but I kind of can understand that for maybe like the many young people, because I saw quite a big sample size of your sample are quite young age. So maybe for those people, they are a bit difficult to understand the creative of the content as well, that make the result is not so satisfactory. But then if people like, a bit more mature, those working people in this area, they can kind of understand it. Yeah, this is my sharing.
Oh, thank you. So
Thank you very much.
please.
Interesting. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was not surprising. Oh yes. Yeah. Do you have any? We don't have too much time, so I don't want to. Let's see. There's something else that I just want to highlight. Oh yeah, of course, the placement. I think one thing that we're not taking into consideration is how different the actual locations are in terms of the displays. I mean, these are like regular static ones, but there's wraparounds like 360. There's the stairs, like the poster that is it's like walking over it. So all these placements are different. But it would have been interesting maybe to do a survey on ads that are inside the MTR with a captive audience, because these are all pedestrians. But I'm just wondering if people have maybe half a minute to look at the ad, how will the effectiveness change given that? So like for next research, I think that would be interesting to include, ads that are kind of targeting a captive audience.
Okay, thank you, Alex. So I will go on to see whether we have questions from the floor, from the students, and also as questions from our audience. So let me stop share and look at we need to give credits to Bravo Media. They have supplied us with the ads and also information. So let's give a round of applause to Richard and his colleagues. So I'm open up the floor for questions. I'll see if I got any questions.
Hello, Cara. This is Chris Kime.
Hi, Chris.
Naturally, I have many questions.
Do you want to show your face? Do you want to see my students?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Where's
Hi.
Chris?
So one question I would like to ask.
Wait, Chris.
Oh,
wait,
sorry.
Chris. I still want to see you. Let me see. Oh yes. Okay, Chris. 我哋整細佢，你得唔得？Gallery 咁樣。Oh yeah. Okay. Hi, Chris.
Hi there, everyone. Thank you for sharing all this. It's really always interesting every year. I find it fascinating. One thing I want to ask is, because the examples that you've tested, they all seem to be very large, prominent, high-spending media situations. I mean, they're unmissable. They're so big and vast, whether it's the wraparound, or whether it's the AIA stairs. They're really unmissable by nature. And so therefore, I think obviously people are going to remember them because they're being bombarded with them. What are the implications, though, for smaller spenders? And let's say you've got like escalator crowns, inside trains, smaller spenders who cannot afford such big media buy and also cannot afford celebrities, because it costs a lot of money to get celebrities. What are the learnings and implications for those spenders, that they can get more effectiveness from more economic spending with their budgets?
Hi, Chris. I'm able to answer this question because we have conducted this study for many rounds. So this is probably our 10th study and so on. Before, we do have escalator crowns got very high awareness, because escalator crowns are the space that all of people will pass through from the concourse to the platform. And they are very visible right from the first study that I conducted in 1980 something. The escalator crown actually outperformed the trout track for that particular study conducted 1980 something. So I will say that some of the space are very prominent. Last year we tried out the dentist. There are two dentists at the door, at the trap door. So they open and close. Those are also the space that people are paying attention, because they need to get off the train or enter the train. So the trap doors are also good opportunities. Do I answer your question, Chris?
Yes, you did. And then the other question I've got is that one thing I noticed inside MTR, because I'm looking at advertising all the time, I noticed a lot of people don't seem to understand the medium. So you see a lot of ads that are particularly in walking areas like concourse, where they've got many, many messages. Almost some of them look like a leaflet put onto a poster. And I wondered if there was any learnings from that kind of thing, because I mean, my experience is that nobody stops and stands to read a poster. You notice them when you're walking around, but everyone's busy. And I just wonder, why do you think that tends to happen? Is it because people just don't understand what is a poster and what is a leaflet and what is the difference?
Try it. Just try it.
I would say.
Here's the mic. Yeah.
Testing. Yes, thank you. And I would say that like since MTR is still a transportation, it's just used for people's go to point, and then like for myself, I actually never stop and look at um uh any posters or any OH in the MTR, because I would say that transportation time for me is kind of waste of time, and I won't spend like too much time for that. I would just wanna get to my place as soon as possible. So yeah, that's my point, and I don't, yeah, yes.
And also in my perspective, I think MTL, like the MTL station, the billboard, usually the advertisement is contain many detailed information in it. And yeah, as Henry said that, people are just travel by MTL to work or to go to school, and they don't have time to stand here and take a look to the advertisement. And also, yeah, I agree that the advertisement is a bit kind of too much information in it, especially the government advertisement. They usually do it just copy and paste like the poster on the website and then put into the MTL station billboard. And also just I think that the result is same as when you walk in a street. Someone pass you or give you a leaflet. You just ignore it or throw it to the rubbish bin. Like it's the same result. So yeah, in my opinion, in the MTL advertisement, I think that is crucial that it should be simple and clear. The information should not take too much and just for the brand awareness. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Chris, yeah, for the sake of time, we got almost about 4 to 5 more minutes. So maybe can you have a quick question for the class? I have about 30 students here, and I would like them to participate in your question as well.
So my last question is there, in that case, is there a need to educate some of the people using the MTR advertising on how to make it more effective? Because in your learnings, you emphasize clarity, colors, simplicity. Is there a need to educate them so people can make better use of the medium?
Okay, let me choose some of our students to respond. The question is, are there a need to educate the clients about how to use the MTR advertising effectively? So may I invite this student? Can I, let me repeat the question. So look at the camera there. Okay, so I'm asking students to respond. Are there a need for us to educate the clients about how to use MTR advertising effectively? And if so, how to educate clients?
Thank you. Thank you for your question. I think there is a need that we need to educate the clients about how to utilize MTR advertising, because MTR is actually major transportation that Hong Kong people will use. But as a nature of like Hong Kong people, we usually live in a very fast pace, and then we spend really little time to review the advertisements in the MTR station. So my recommendations would be to keep the message clear and as concise as possible. So when we have time, whether like going up to the escalator, we just need to spend 1 to 2 seconds, then we can already grab the information, and that would be most effective.
Yeah, very good. So let's invite one more student. We have a exchange students. So would you like to say something about your learning from this study? You are part of the student who contribute to the data. So tell me a little bit about what you learned from this study.
From the group study.
Yeah.
Well,
sorry.
Wait, over there. Hi. No, so just coming here from Sweden, most of the stuff we do in Sweden is kind of theoretical, and we learn about different concepts and how to apply them. But I think something that was really great about this module was actually seeing how those strategies transpire in real life and how they actually deliver results or don't deliver the results you were after. So just the actual final stages of not just completing a campaign, but then also following up. I think that's been invaluable for me and something we haven't really focused on at all at my home university. So yeah, it's been really good.
Thank you. Okay.
Thanks.
Okay, so again, I would like to thank all the audience with us on Zoom and also all the students in this classroom. Thank you for your efforts in doing the study, and also thank you also for your group presentation that we have conducted several in October. So thanks again, Alex, and also Henry and Tommy for giving us such a wonderful presentation. Have a good evening. Thank you.
Thank
you.
you.
See you again on the examination day, okay? So bye-bye, those audience. Hi, Chris. We should find another time for coffee. Okay. Bye-bye.